Niccolò Machiavelli, a 16th-century Italian diplomat and political philosopher, is best known for his work The Prince, a treatise that explores political power, leadership, and the nature of authority. His name has become synonymous with political cunning and realpolitik, often evoking the idea of ruthless, pragmatic decision-making in pursuit of power. Though Machiavelli's ideas were born out of the chaotic political landscape of Renaissance Italy, many of his principles have been seen as surprisingly relevant in modern times. In fact, his teachings continue to be widely read, debated, and applied, not only in political contexts but also in the realms of business, leadership, and social dynamics. So, how does Machiavelli's thinking hold up in today's world? What can we learn from his insights into human nature and power? And how can his ideas be adapted to a society much more complex and interconnected than the city-states of the Renaissance? In this video, we'll explore Machiavelli's key ideas, examine their relevance in modern political and social contexts, and ask whether his cynical view of power is still applicable or if we've evolved beyond it. Welcome to the Unfolding Journey, a place where we explore ideas that have shaped history and continue to influence our world today. Whether it's political philosophy, spiritual wisdom, or the nuances of human nature, we dive deep into the teachings that help us understand the complexities of life and leadership. If you're interested in exploring how age-old ideas still resonate in our modern world, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below to join our ongoing journey of discovery. At the heart of Machiavelli's political philosophy is the notion that the ends justify the means. In The Prince, Machiavelli argues that rulers should be willing to use any tactic, manipulation, deceit, coercion, and even cruelty, to maintain their power and protect their state. The ultimate goal for a leader, according to Machiavelli, is stability and control, and any action that serves this purpose is justifiable. Machiavelli's approach to leadership is often described as realpolitik, a pragmatic and often ruthless form of politics that emphasizes practical, unromantic decisions over idealistic principles. Some of his most famous advice includes: a leader should be feared rather than loved if both cannot be achieved. It is better for a ruler to be deceitful when necessary. A wise ruler must adapt to changing circumstances and never be overly predictable. These principles, while controversial, offer a perspective on leadership that is driven by survival and pragmatism, values that resonate in high-stakes environments like business, politics, and international relations today. Politics and leadership. In the realm of modern politics, Machiavelli's ideas remain influential. Leaders today often face difficult decisions where the welfare of their state or country may require controversial or morally ambiguous actions. Politicians, particularly in times of crisis, might resort to strategic manipulation or covert action to secure their position, much like the rulers Machiavelli advised. A contemporary example could be seen in how leaders during times of war or national emergency sometimes engage in practices such as surveillance, media manipulation, or even legal circumvention to secure power or national stability. These actions echo Machiavelli's view that political survival often requires harsh and strategic choices. Moreover, the idea that it is better to be feared than loved can be seen in the actions of certain authoritarian leaders today. In regimes where control is paramount, leaders often emphasize their ability to intimidate and crush dissent rather than seeking the affection or approval of the populace. Business and corporate leadership. Machiavelli's thoughts also apply to modern corporate leadership, where cutthroat competition and the drive for success often lead to similar realpolitik strategies. In a world where companies are constantly vying for dominance, Machiavellian tactics, such as strategic alliances, undermining rivals, or even bending ethical rules, can be found in the arsenal of many business leaders. The rise of tech giants, for example, has been accompanied by aggressive business practices. Data collection, intellectual property battles, and market domination often come at the expense of smaller competitors. Leaders in these industries may not hesitate to use underhanded tactics to maintain control over their empires, reflecting Machiavelli's advice to act decisively and without mercy when necessary. Social media and manipulation. Perhaps one of the most poignant areas where Machiavelli's influence is felt today is in the realm of social media and public relations. Social media influencers, politicians, and brands often manipulate perceptions, play on emotions, and control narratives in ways that Machiavelli would undoubtedly recognize. The spread of misinformation or the strategic framing of issues to benefit a particular group is a modern reflection of Machiavellian tactics. In today's interconnected world, power is not just about force, but also about controlling the flow of information. The manipulation of online platforms, the shaping of public opinion, and the orchestration of cultural movements are all methods of influence that draw on Machiavelli's insights into human nature and power dynamics. The ethical question: is Machiavelli outdated? Of course, Machiavelli's philosophy has been heavily criticized for its cynicism and its focus on pragmatism over morality. Many argue that his ideas are dangerous, promoting a worldview where ends always justify means, leading to manipulation, violence, and exploitation. Critics often ask, if we accept Machiavelli's premise that power is paramount and can justify unethical behavior, how can we create a world that values ethical leadership, compassion, and justice? Can a world of Machiavellian politics lead to true human flourishing, or does it create a cycle of oppression and distrust? This ethical dilemma remains a pressing concern in modern society. While some leaders and organizations embrace Machiavelli's teachings, others emphasize more ethical leadership models, such as servant leadership, transformative leadership, and collaborative decision-making. These models reject the manipulative approach in favor of building trust, empowering people, and working towards shared goals. Lessons from Machiavelli. What can we learn? Despite its often harsh and pragmatic worldview, Machiavelli's work offers several valuable lessons for contemporary life. Adaptability. Machiavelli stresses the importance of adapting to changing circumstances. In our rapidly changing world, where political landscapes, economic conditions, and social norms shift quickly, leaders and individuals alike must be able to adjust their strategies and mindset. The complexity of power. Machiavelli helps us understand that power is complex and not easily obtained or retained. Whether in politics, business, or personal life, gaining power is a multifaceted challenge that requires not just intelligence, but a deep understanding of human nature and societal structures. The reality of human nature. Machiavelli presents a rather pessimistic view of human nature, suggesting that people are driven by self-interest, fear, and desire for gain. While this may seem cynical, it can also be seen as a realistic acknowledgement of the challenges in creating and sustaining a just society. The importance of strategy. Finally, Machiavelli reminds us that leadership is about strategy. It's not enough to have good intentions or ideals. Leaders must be able to navigate challenges, anticipate opposition, and make tough decisions when necessary. Niccolò Machiavelli remains one of the most influential political philosophers in history, and his insights continue to shape how we think about power, leadership, and human nature. Whether we agree with his cynical view of politics or not, his work serves as a reminder of the complexities and realities of leadership in any age. In today's world, Machiavellian tactics can be found in the boardrooms, political arenas, and digital platforms of the modern age. But while Machiavelli's ideas offer useful insights into power dynamics, they also raise important ethical questions about the kind of world we want to build. Can we learn from his insights without losing sight of the values of empathy, justice, and morality? As we face increasingly complex challenges in our own time, we must ask ourselves whether we're willing to embrace Machiavelli's advice, or if we seek a more ethical and compassionate path to leadership. If you found this exploration of Machiavelli and his relevance to modern times interesting, don't forget to subscribe to The Unfolding Journey. We dive into history, philosophy, and the timeless ideas that still shape our world today. Join the journey, and let's explore together how the past continues to inform our future. Thank you for watching. Remember, the journey to understanding is a continuous process, and we're here to take it one step at a time. Stay mindful, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.